Hey guys, just making a quick video because I haven't made one in a while. And basically in this video, it's more of a question for you guys that I'm asking you rather than just teaching you stuff. So my question to you guys is basically, what do you want me to do? Like, what do you want me to teach you? Because I'm not sure what direction to go in. I've been doing a lot of the rock type songs lately. Well, not lately, I haven't been making like any videos lately, but I've been doing that a lot. And then I also started doing the guitar technique, and I'm wondering, do you want me to make more song videos, teach you how to play songs, or more technique videos? Or I posted a video from a recital I did recently, and I did classical stuff, so I'm wondering, you guys see that, maybe you want to learn some of that kind of stuff, so maybe some classical songs. So just leave a comment or message me or whatever, any requests, and this doesn't have to just be about these things. It could be another thing, or specific songs, specific techniques, whatever you want to know, because that's the whole reason I'm doing this, is to teach you guys how to do this. And if I'm just teaching you stuff you don't want to know or you already know, then it's a waste of time. And part two, since I'm not just going to post like a 30-second video of me asking you a question, I decided to just do a quick little thing here about kind of like amps, guitars, and that kind of stuff, suggestions, not about specific brands or anything, but just kind of broad suggestions, I'll say. So for amps, basically I kind of split it up into two categories, and the way I split it up is single style amps and then combo amps. And I'll show you over here. That is my Line 6 amp right there, and Line 6 has a lot of combo style, what I would call. And basically what I mean by that is it can play many styles of music. You don't need pedals for it. It already has built-in like distortion and effects and delay and all that kind of stuff. So it's good for if you play a lot of different types of music. Downside is the effects aren't going to be the greatest. Like, you can't customize them that much. You can't do a lot with it. But it does have all that stuff right in there, and it's pretty awesome. The single style basically is any amp that doesn't have all those different choices. So that would be more towards, if you play one style only, you get that kind of an amp that fits that style, rather than getting one that has a bunch of different effects and stuff that you're not even going to use. So that's something to think about when you're buying an amp. Alright, in guitar, I'm trying to do this quickly so it's 10 minutes long or less. Guitar, basically I split up 4 different categories. There's probably even more I haven't heard of, I don't know. But basically you got acoustic, semi-hollow, solid, or classical. And basically I'll just explain pros and cons of them. There's acoustic guitars. They're loud without an amp, which is good, but bad thing is that it could potentially have feedback problems since it is acoustic. So if you get too loud, or if you're trying to play with distortion, that could be bad. So I know the place that I go for my guitar stuff, they have an acoustic room, and then like across the stores where the electric guitars and amps are. So one thing, if you're buying an acoustic electric, one with pickups, or probably just one pickup, but if you're doing that, take it out of the acoustic area, go over to the electric area and actually plug it in and see how it can handle that. And next is semi-hollow. In case you guys aren't familiar with that, because I'm sure you're familiar with electric, this right here is the semi-hollow, not this. That one. So you can see it has the holes there, not as like a big one right in the middle like an acoustic, but it does. So it's kind of like part acoustic, part electric. And so that, it's cool, is one benefit. It looks cool, but it's not really for any type of like hardcore heavy metal stuff. It's more for like jazzy or like early rock stuff, like the Beatles played it, jazz guys play that style, all that kind of stuff. So more clean type music, and it's somewhat loud without an amp, which is good. It's not as loud as an acoustic, but still. And also this could have some feedback problems as well, so you're going to want to test out. I know that one that I have right there, it can, if it gets too loud and it has distortion, then it can start to be a problem. But that's when the solid body, which is your standard kind of electric guitar, comes in, because you're not going to really get much feedback as long as you're not standing like right next to the amp pointing the guitar at it or anything. But downside, obviously not loud at all without an amp. And things to look for when you're buying a solid electric, basically you want to look at, well, really any guitar, but you want to look at what style pickups do you want. Like right here on this one here, my Les Paul has the 2 pickups there and the 3-way switch. And then I got my Jackson recently right here. It has 3 pickups with a 5-way switch, a lot like a Fender Strat type of guitar. So what style, how many options do you want to have, what style of music are you playing, that kind of stuff. And do you want a whammy bar, do you want a Floyd Rose? Pretty much I think like most Fenders come with a whammy bar kind of a thing, but they don't have the Floyd Rose locking headstock kind of a thing, whatever it's called. So basically what that means is, I'll try to zoom in on it so I don't have to move. That right there, it locks the strings in so they stay in tune longer, which is important because when you're using that, I don't have the whammy bar attached right now, but when you use that, if you don't have that attached, it's probably going to go out of tune pretty quick. So I'm not sure how good that is on the Fenders without the locking there. And then classical. A lot of people seem to be confused about this. I'm not sure why. It's pretty simple to tell the difference between classical and just an acoustic guitar. Main difference is it's smaller, and well, the body's pretty much smaller, and then also the strings. If they're nylon, it's a classical, and if it's steel, it's not a classical. Steel string acoustic or steel string electric, steel string anything. But so that's something, I don't know, some people seem to be confused about that. And these also can be electric classicals. They have pickups in them and that kind of stuff. But most are going to be just acoustic classicals. And last thing I want to do real quick is signal chain, because I know a lot of people, including myself, I had to look this up because I wasn't sure really how I wanted to set stuff up. Basically, signal chain is what's going on between guitar to amp, so any pedals you would be using. And I'll show you mine. My wah pedal isn't plugged in right now because I recently got this delay here, and I didn't bother buying the plug for it because I'm getting a pedal board soon, so it comes with plugs with that. So I decided just to use the battery, and then the battery died, so then I decided I don't use my wah that much anyway, I'll just plug it in there. So basically, my usual setup is guitar, wah, distortion, delay, amp. But main one, that kind of default one, is you start off with guitar, obviously, and then you go to what is called dynamic range, which is any type of compression pedal, which deals with highs and lows, that kind of stuff. I don't use that. I just have those 3 pedals there, and then the Line 6 pedal board thing right there that I also have. So after that would be your wah pedals type things, and then any distortion, fuzz after that, and then after that any modulation, which would be phaser, flanger, chorus, and after that would be any type of time-based effects, which would be reverb, delay, and then amp. But you can obviously change that up. I know Hendrix would use guitar to his fuzz and wah, I believe, and then his amp. So he switched those 2, and seemed to work for him. So just experiment mainly, because it's not like you're going to be at risk of breaking your pedals or your guitar by just plugging things in different ways, unless you're like plugging a guitar wire into a wall. Maybe that would cause it to explode or something, but you know, just switch it up, see what sounds you like, and then yeah, that's it. Alright, so leave any requests, like I said, from part 1 down below in the comment area, and alright, when I get some requests, I'll post some new videos. See ya.